Hello again, and welcome back to another reaction video. My name is Luke Tatum. This is Right Man in the Wrong Place. I just completely rearranged my usual intro spiel, but it's all good. I'm glad that you're here, choosing to spend your time with me as I check out new music. We're deep into Opeth now. This is track number 3 on Still Life. I've done, I don't know, 20 or something Opeth reactions by this point, maybe more than that. It's awesome. I'm really, really enjoying this journey. And again, I'm just really happy that you're here joining me for the ride. It's so fun. All right. We just finished the track before. We're getting into now track 3, as I mentioned, Benighted. I had to look up benighted. I'd never seen that word used in literature or anything. So it turns out that benighted means like ignorant or backwards, possibly uses like a derogatory term, would be my take on that. Like, the enlightened world travelers calling some indigenous peoples benighted, something like that. It's kind of how I take it. So, not sure exactly what that's going to be. I have a suspicion of what that's maybe going to represent in the concept album here, but we'll see. We'll see. Talk about it as we get into it. I've talked long enough prior to starting. So let's go. Benighted from 1999's Still Life by Opeth. This is the good stuff right here. I mean, they could do this for 5 minutes and I'd be totally happy. I think it's 5 minutes song. This is good music like to work to right here if they just did this for a long time. It's kind of fleshing out the idea now, right? With this kind of bassier tone coming in. It's amazingly well. I want to catch that vocal entrance again. I started talking, it's my bad. We'll catch the vocal entrance, but it's amazingly well panned and well thought out, the way that this just solo instrument, the guitar, is sounding, in the stereo space. It's really, really nice. Okay, let's listen to those vocals.
This night you will be gone, so far away from our weak and crumbling lives. Come into this night when days are done, lost and astray, it must vanish from your eyes.
Some kind of an effect on his voice.
Came and distorted your sight. Saw you benighted by your pride. Come into this night, your plight alone.
Okay, so come into this night, here we'll be gone, so far away from our weak and crumbling lives. Come into this night when days are done, lost and astray in what's vanished from your eyes. What came and distorted your sight saw you benighted by your fright. And so this whole thing is in a religious context, so it seems like he's singing to what's her name, Melinda, and maybe saying that because you're scared of whatever she's scared of, because you're scared of the outside world, because you're scared of the risks and the adventure of getting out of this village or enclave or whatever it is, that fear of the external world has led to you, kind of inculcating or creating this ignorant state, enforcing this ignorant state on yourself. So saw you benighted by your fright. That's how I'm taking that. So I guess they've connected, and our protagonist, our hero, is trying to get Melinda to come with him into this night. Come into this night when days are done. So like at the end of your workday, come with me. Hmm.
Carry away, you are flawed as all of us.
You're flawed as all of us.
Come into this night, your only hope. It's never too late to repent, suffer the loss.
Now that's interesting. I hate to pause this so much, but that is really interesting because it's never too late to repent, suffer the loss. The religious organization would generally be the one saying that, right? It's never too late to repent. He's flipping that the other way and saying it's not too late to repent for your willful ignorance, your willful enveloping of yourself in this, what he perceives to be a sort of a cult-like scenario is how I take it. And repent of the fact that you have lived in this state of willful ignorance and come with me to the outside world, right? It's a very clever, very smart way to sort of invert the typical, repent of your worldly ways and enter this religious sect. Now, I am not issuing judgment on religion. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just interpreting lyrics how I hear it. It's a clever, smart thing. I don't know if, anyone in Opeth is, atheistic or particularly religious, or if they have different religions or they're, spiritual but not religious. Like, I don't know. I know basically what y'all have told me in the comments through all these reactions, and that's what I know. So, this seems to have an anti-religious tone, but I think that's probably a little bit too one-dimensional, because it's one thing to say, oh, you hate religion, you're anti-religious, you don't like religious people, you don't like religious organizations, etc. But it's a completely different thing to say that a specific implementation of religious practice is bad. Like you've had, cults and things like that, certainly historically, that are like evil, right? Have led to mass suicides and things like that. That might be censored on YouTube. I don't know if I can leave that word in there, but it led to, that sort of terrible situation. And, that I don't think anyone who's religious would say, well, they were religious, so that's okay. I mean, that's not how that works, right? It's a nuanced question. And so I don't know. It's still an open question to me whether, this is an anti-religious album or song or whatever, or if it's just saying that, hey, this group, this village, this enclave, this, coven or whatever thing is going on here, this group has taken it too far and they've twisted what is good into something evil. Because it very well may be that. I don't know. There's a lot of talking. Okay.
It's never too late to repent, suffer the loss.
Really cool, like rhythm, especially for the vocals.
And distorted your sight. Saw you benighted by your pride.
seems like we have measures of 3 and measures of 4. It's like, I don't know if it's a 12 pattern or what it is, but it's, you've got da 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 da, and then you've got more meter or quad metered measures as well. I can't count it. I can't count it. This is amazing.
What came and distorted your sight? Saw you benighted by your pride. Come into this night when you're able to undo your deeds and atone with your lonely soul. Once you're into this night, all minds are stable. Forget all your needs, lose the grip of all control.
So again, I'll just pause. Yeah, the song's close to over. So this will be my last pause, but come into this night when you're able to undo your deeds and atone with your lonely soul. Once you're into this night, all minds are stable, and otherwise like a return to stability from this dependence that Melinda has been in, and then forget all your needs, lose the grip of all control. So it's kind of a lean into it. Let's let, reality take the shape that it will take as we expose ourselves to the greater and grander world. The Tool lyric, to embrace the random, some of the stuff from like Lateralis that sort of comes into my mind here. Yeah, it's okay. This, you've been here, it's fine. It's not judgmental. Just let it go. Let's go together. Let's get out of here and escape together. I have a feeling because of how like dark and like because of the Opeth I've been exposed to, I have a feeling it probably doesn't end up working out. I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet, but it's doesn't seem like this is probably going to work out. It seems like maybe this is the high point of hopefulness, and then we're going to get dark from here. This song is beautiful, though.
Forget all your needs, lose the grip of all control.
Well, that could have gone on for another 10 minutes and I would have been totally fine. I really, really amazingly beautiful. It never dropped and got heavy and is not very proggy really at all. It's more or less a straightforward song. I guess you've got the time signature changes. It was definitely a sort of a swing back from 2 or 3 measures of 3/4 to measures of 4/4. Um, you know, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. The tonality on the instruments, his singing, I mean, that's a vocal style that is not used a lot, at least in what I've heard, but it's almost got this kind of like this pitched whisper. You know, a true whisper has like no pitch to it. It's just kind of a, I, mean, I could be wrong about this, but there's not really like a pitch to a really hushed whisper. It's just sort of the other sounds from a voice that kind of give shape to the letters and the phonics, the phonetics, but there's not really, you can't really sing in a whisper very well. And this was like, it's not a whisper, but it's kind of had that whisper sort of sense to it. I'm describing this poorly, but you know, kind of a lot of like H, a lot of H sound in there. And it was great. Man, it was great. I I'm really excited to do this entire album because once I've done an entire album, I can do this. I can say, okay, I'm going to take all of Still Life and I'll put it into my regular playlist rotation. I'll put the whole thing in there and then those songs can come up and I can expose myself more to them. I don't like to do that one off song wise, you know, like, and say, okay, I've heard one song off of Damnation and one song off of Ghost Reveries or whatever and put those into a playlist. I don't know why I don't like to do that, but it's just too much to keep up with. And I have to remember what's already on there, and it's just a huge headache. So, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to finish this and get through all of these and just be able to fully absorb this rather than give you just one time listen reactions. Okay, that's a lot of talking about nothing. Thank you so much for being along on this journey. Thank you for checking out these videos. I am having a blast. I hope you are too. If you would like to support the channel at your convenience, at your level that you're comfortable with, got two options for that as always. Now, Paragraph is a subscription. It's monthly or annual. It's $10 or you get a discount if it's annual. And that is a great way to just on an ongoing basis kind of let me know, hey, you're interested in supporting what I'm doing. You can throw me donations, you can throw me requests whenever you feel like it. And, you know, I'll go off of that. The other option, if you have just specific things that you want to do a donation request for, those are over here. Buy me a coffee. That's pretty self explanatory. But I do read every comment on YouTube. I will do things off of the YouTube comments. I just prioritize the people that are helping support the channel first. And of course, if you subscribe, you become a supporter. Can't say anything right today. If you become a supporter on Paragraph, your name will be at the end of all of these videos for the duration of the time that you are a supporter. So thank you all so much. Until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.